All right, you guys. We are just chilling at the house today. It's not a whole lot going on. I'm gonna have to go ahead and clean off my bedside table. Of course, I haven't been at home, all week. I think I did stop in one night because I got off super early. I was due on the early shift. Hold on. All right. Move these over here. I'm gonna put them up. But anyway, I was at the early shift. I was on the early shift at work. I was getting up early, 1 o'clock. So luckily, I got on this side of town like at noonish or so or whatever. So I was able to come to the house and sleep for the day because the show was night. Cause I was up at the wee hours of the morning getting back to it like we like to do it. So anyway, you guys, I have not been on here for a while, and let me explain. I have been making a conscious effort to do content, on the road or whatever, but here lately it has been extremely rough to go ahead and I've been so tired. Like doing intermodal or even just regional is really hard on you. You don't have the same flexibilities and the freedoms that you would if you were over the road, because of course, like I'll be explaining to other people who maybe hasn't done over the road, is that at least with over the road you have the ability to work a little less if you need to take some time out for yourself. That's not the case with intermodal. Of course, if you got 11 hours, they're gonna want you to drive at least 8 of the 11, for the most part, every single day that you're working. When you're over the road, you have the ability to kind of tailor your schedule based off of the need of the load. So if you have enough time and you do what you got to do, you can stop and drive 4 or 5 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, whatever it is, as long as you get to where you need to go to either deliver or pick up your load on time. Whereas I don't have that flexibility doing this, so I do kind of miss the over the road for that aspect of it, because you have a little bit more time. And then of course, the last couple of weeks it had just been real wet and rainy, so it makes it harder for you to want to pull out the camera and of course just kind of show your day to day. Now I did record some content. I do have to go ahead and edit that and put that out, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and get this up first, just because it's been almost a month since I've actually recorded an actual video for you all to put up and upload. So I've been slacking, sorry. But anyway, like I said, I hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday. Me, I'm just chilling, relaxing, not doing too much of nothing. I'm get in here and in a second get my room back together, because I didn't get a chance to clean it the last time I was here. I just kind of I I had a pretty busy week, and then my last day, Saturday, I end up spending most of the day getting my hair braided. So that just took away, the time that I would have had been able to do my little chores and one, twos, and threes. And I'm gonna get up here in a second, go ahead and get my laundry started for the week, so I don't have dirty clothes or anything of that nature in my room while I'm out. There is nothing going on necessarily. Oh, but I do want to tell y'all my light that I got from Amazon. My what do you call it? I don't even know. It's one that you attach to your phone, and I will put it, up here somewhere to show you. But honey, I've been using that light as a flashlight, because when I tell you it lights up everything. It's not only good for your camera, honey, it's good for trucking too. Because when I tell you it lights up everything, it lights up everything. It's better than any of the flashlights that I got. I'm like, okay, yeah. So I've been using that as a flashlight. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. Not only would it work for your phone, because it clips to your phone, but it also can work for while you are doing your pre-trips and whatever else. So yes, definitely get that. And it wasn't expensive at all. It was like $15 or something like that. um it was real affordable for that light, and it is a USB, so it's a USB charger, so you just charge it and keep it moving. I'm gonna probably have to charge it when I get back in the truck. But yeah, definitely. And that's pretty much it. There hasn't been a whole lot going on at all. At all. I'm in the process of girlifying my room. Here lately, since I've been trucking, I've been doing and purchasing a lot of pink stuff. Normally, you wouldn't even catch me purchasing nothing pink because I wasn't really a pink girly. But I think now with me doing such a male dominant role, I try to make everything girly. So um I've been purchasing a lot more pink stuff. Just maybe it just makes me feel a little bit more girly just because of the job I got or whatever. I don't know. So, I'm redecorating my room. Of course, I replaced the curtains, the white curtains I had up, and I replaced those with pink. I bought some pink sheets off of Wayfair, which 10 out of 10 recommend. Those are like my fourth, fifth pair of sheets. It's the 1800 thread count sheets, and I believe it's like the Wayfair series or something like that. And this time I got it for $23. I think normally when I would buy them, they were about 40, still, which is really affordable because for a king size bed sheets and then to be 1800 thread count, yeah, those are normally never that price. That's why I will always go ahead and make my purchase. So throughout the years, I've definitely purchased a good couple pair. But I bought a pink pair. I just haven't put. I got them last week, but I didn't put them on the bed because I was leaving, and I was like, yeah, I'm not about to let my grandkids get in here and mess them up. And then because they can't stay out of Mimi's room. They have to be in my room no matter what, whether it's watching the TV or whatever. They have to be in here. I don't know if it's my spirit that be in here and they feel comfortable, but they really be in here in my room. So yeah, that's that. And then of course I do have their clothes and stuff in here too, so they have to come in here to get their clothes. But y'all, I am tired. I got up because y'all know. Oh, excuse me. I've been on the early shift. So this morning I woke up at like 4. No, I woke up at 4. I went back to sleep because my grandson came in to get ready for school. That was about 6, and I couldn't go back to sleep because I knew I had to get up to go to my doctor's appointment at 9:30. So I was just like, I'll just stay up. I did lay down. I don't even know if I took me a nap. I can't even recall. But I did lay down, but I didn't take a nap, I don't think. I don't even remember, to be honest with y'all. So now I'm getting a little sleepy, but now I only got one day to be able to get my groceries. And I may not even go get no groceries. I might just use what's already in the truck and just call it a day. Because I do have, some plant-based patties, and then I have the fish, and then I could just use the little broccoli, and I think I have another salad in there that I could use, that I could take with me for the week. And then of course I could just buy, some food out or whatever. So there's that, so I don't have to go and spend no money, and we can really truly have a no spend weekend. um and then of course I got to go get me something to eat for today, whatever that's going to be, or at least make me something to eat for today, because I did just have some toast, and that was it. So I definitely need to eat something. That could be why I'm tired too, because I ain't ate. No, that's not true. Oh yeah, I went to let me tell you story time. Two actually. So today I went to McDonald's, and I ordered, because it was on the way. That's without having to stop at like a Waffle House or anything. And that was the, oh, there was a Burger King. But anywho, um I wanted to stop before I went to the doctor's office and just get me like a hash brown and a fruit bowl and a cup of coffee or something like that. So I get to the McDonald's, and I asked the girl, I said, hey, what does your fruit cups come in, small, medium, or large, or whatever? She was like, oh, they come in a small, medium, and large. So I was like, oh, okay, let me get a medium. Or did I say large? I don't know. I said one of the sizes. Fruit cup, 2 hash browns, and my macchiato, whatever. I said I wanted a frappe or whatever. And she was like, that don't come in hot. I said, well, what drink do you got in hot? And she was like, oh, it's the caramel macchiato. Okay, well, give me that and add some sugar to it. Anywho, I get around there. This lady come handing me a big old fruit punch. And I'm like, what is that? Like, that's not my order. I didn't order that. She was like, well, what did you, she was like, well, whatever she said. I was like, I said a fruit cup. She was like, oh, we don't sell fruit cups. I said, okay, well, just give me the refund. She was like, so did she come back? She was like, you want some apple slices? I was like, yeah, that's cool. She came and handed me 2 bags of apple slices. So you gave me half of an apple, because them apple slices was cut so thin, for $2, boo. I said, so this is $2 worth. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, oh, what, you want another bag or something? No, bitch, I want my $2. That's what I want. Like, the fuck? Yeah, she the one that rung me up. I said it twice. Like, oh, that irritated me, my spirit. I was just shaking my head. And she with attitude. Oh, you don't have no reason to have no attitude. I'm the one who what, you trying to short me and take my money because you don't want to give me back my little $2. It was my $2. I have to work hard for that $2. But I ain't about to be in here acting ugly. I could get real, real rah-rah with you. But at the end of the day, it's not even that serious. Like, but it's still my $2. I had to work for that. Anyway, and then the day before, Thursday morning, was it Thursday? Yes, Thursday morning, I was coming down from Tennessee, and of course, I was getting tired, and I knew I wasn't going to have time. I was going to have time potentially to get to the rail yard, but I wasn't going to have time to get anywhere to park. Potentially, I could have made it to the terminal maybe, but just depends. And like, I know it could be a train and you'll be sitting there, and I would have only had less than 30 minutes to be able to park. So I was like, I'm not taking that risk. I'm gonna just go ahead and just pull on over, and they'll just get this thing in the morning, because technically it's not even due until the next day, not the next day that I was not on the 27th, but the 28th. So it was the 27th, or it was the 26th that time, but I would have brought it on the 27th, and it technically wasn't even due until the 28th. So I was like, y'all get it on in the morning, because I've already ran down my clock. I had like 2 hours left, and I, said a long time ago I wasn't going to be running down my clock for these people. It's not going to happen. Anyway, unless I'm making it home. Now, I will do that to make it home, but to be trying to deliver, no, we're not doing that. Anywho, I was getting up that morning to start my pre-trip, and quite naturally, I always get up, I turn on my truck, let it warm up, and let it, get the percolating and doing what it do or whatever. One, so I could cut on the heat and everything of that nature, and let my actual truck warm up. And then that gives me a chance to, brush my teeth, wash my face, or whatever it is before I step out the truck to do my pre-trip. So as I was sitting there, I think I was logging my truck so I can go into the rail yard before, I got hopped out the truck. And I see this man walk up to my door. So I look and I roll down the window. I'm like, yes. Like, yeah, may I help you? He was like, are you about to leave? And I was like, I am. He was like, oh, can I get your spot? Or I don't even know if he asked me that, but that was what was implied, And he was like, yeah, I've been driving around for an hour. I said, okay, well, I'm about to leave in about 10 minutes because I still have to do my pre-trip. And he looked at me like, what? Like, you don't know what a fucking pre-trip is, sir? But, he was not from around the United States. We just gonna say that. I don't know where he from, and I ain't about to misclassify this man, but he was not from the United States, clearly. And he probably worked for one of them Serbian companies where they do some weird stuff with their logs. We gonna say that. What they call them, the Russian companies. He probably worked for one of them where he got 13 logs. However, Bookie Butt, I don't have that, and I follow all protocols. So if they say I got to do a pre-trip and it got to be log bookie, I'm gonna go ahead and do my pre-trip, and I'm gonna log it. You can get the hell out my face. You want my parking spot. I'm not moving because you been driving around here an hour. You could drive another hour more. I don't give a damn. Like, I'm in the spot, and it's my spot until I leave. But it just took me, it blew me that he was looking at me like, what? Like, you need to hurry up. Like, sir, excuse you? Oh, no. Me and you would be sitting here all day. Just out of spite. Just cause. Whew, honey, I just was like, oh, the art and the audacity, the entitlement. But that was the only eventful things that happened throughout the week. I don't even really think I did a lot of driving. I did and I didn't. Because, of course, I drove to Dillon, South Carolina. That was like 300 miles. But it was after I already had drove, I don't know, like 3 hours. So that was like, what? At least over 150 miles. So I probably drove almost 500 miles that day. But I didn't do a whole lot this week. It was a pretty chill week for the most part. Ironically, for me not to have been driving a whole lot of miles, I didn't get the chance to get home as much. Like the week before that, I didn't come home, but I just parked up at the terminal because the last time I came home and I had a trailer with me, honey, I heard no, but I checked the trailer because I always do, and normally I lock it with a lock, but I wasn't for sure where my lock was, so I just said forget it. And it started pouring down, raining. I seen it. I did, of course, my little walk around pre-trip, check my tires, check my lights, make sure everything is good. I looked at it. I even kind of like tugged on it a little bit. It was good. By the time I got to the rail yard, he was like, you don't have a seal on your truck. I was like, what? He was like, you don't have a seal on your truck. I was like, yeah, there is. Because I know I had just looked before I even came. And it wasn't only, but it might have been an hour at that point because it started pouring. I mean, like heavy raining. And mind you, it's black pitch night. So it might have took me, I'm sure it took me a lot longer because I wasn't going full speed. I'm not like some of these other idiots who will sit there and still go 70 miles and it's pouring blinding rain. I'm not one of them drivers. So you'll never, ever see me on the road doing that. I think that is dangerous. So that's no. And irresponsible as a driver. So if you one of them ones, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. But anywho, so I pull my air brakes, get on out, and look like, what the hell? And sure enough, there was no seal. So he was like, oh, you can't bring that in here. You're going to have to such and such. And normally I have seals. I had a whole thing of seals. And I'm looking because I could have swore they were in my bag that I had brought to the truck from when I first worked there. I couldn't find not one seal. So luckily when he let me come back around because you got to enter and exit, on different sides. So as I was going out, I seen another driver and I asked him that worked for the company, like, hey, do you by any chance have seals? I don't know where my seals is at. And he was like, yeah. So he gave me like 2 or 3 seals and I went in and popped the seal on there and, ingated it, called security, no, safety, whoever the heck that claims whatever their title is. And let them know that, hey, I'm going to be putting a new seal on it. I changed, the paperwork, put the new seal on it, yada, yada, yada. Anywho, that was crazy. I had never experienced that before. So because that, I was like, I'm not parking over there anymore. And not that there was anything missing. The, trailer was still filled all the way to the door. Nothing was out of place or anything of that nature. But hell, they, so I don't know if it was just they didn't snap it all the way, and because of that heavy rain, it, came off. But so I just went and parked over at the terminal, and I just wasn't about to come all the way back, do all that. So I just stayed there and then pulled off, in the morning. And, they got showers and everything. So I went there, took a shower, cooked my food, did what I normally would do even if I was at home. And then that way I ain't have to worry about my grandkids in here harassing me because I'm home, because they gonna make sure they harass me. So I was able to get at least a little more sleep. So yeah, that was the week before. But yeah, this week I was only able to get home one day, in that, well, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered if it was earlier or later, but it's just because of traffic. There was no extra traffic in the way, so that helped me to get here a little quicker. So we don't know what this next week is going to entail. I know it was hot. I almost died in that truck Thursday when I had pulled over, because normally, it's been a little chilly. It ain't been too bad, but depending on what area I'm in, it can get a little warm. So, I was in Savannah area earlier, maybe on like Monday or Tuesday. So Wednesday and Thursday, I was in Tennessee, in South Carolina, I think. Yeah, because I had to pick up a load in South Carolina, and it was okay. But once I got up towards the border, or like Cartersville, Georgia, and the North Georgia area, it was a little warm. But when I looked at the temperature, it was saying, of course, you regulate your own temperature in the truck, but and I had been in the truck since like 8 o'clock in the morning, so it was still kind of cool. But once I got down to Georgia and it was noon, child, I looked to see what the temperature was, and it was like 70 something. I was like, okay. So we don't have APUs in these trucks, so you just kind of got to get it how you live, or you got to have a fan or whatever. So I turned on the truck, or out of the truck. I turned up the AC in the front, in the back, and the fan that I have in the window of the truck, and I let it just freeze the truck. Get it all the way cool. So I ate, sit there, ate, did what I needed to do. Then I went to sleep. This was like around 1 o'clock, about almost 5 ish. Well, no, that's when I parked the truck, was at 1 o'clock. So this is probably like 1:30, 2 o'clock. So probably like 2.5 hours I was asleep. And when I tell you, I woke up and was like, oh my God, like I had got hot, 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 hot. It was so hot in that truck. So if it was registering 70 outside, I could just imagine what the temperature was in that truck once all the air had, dissipated, all the coolness dissipated out that truck. I was like, oh my God, I could see how the babies be feeling when they in a hot car. Like, I could understand that. So I had to get up, turn on the air again, let it cool down, do all that over again. So it made it almost impossible to sleep during the day, because I don't like idling my truck, and I knew I didn't have that. I mean, I had a little, a half a tank, maybe it may have been a little under, a little over, but I knew I didn't have enough fuel to be running the truck all night like that. So I was like, I can't do that. And I wasn't at a fuel stop to where I can, it wasn't one of our approved or authorized fuel stops. So I was just like, I'll just, cut it back on, let it cool down, and cut it back on, at least until it get dark. And then when it get dark in a couple hours, because mind you, this was like 4:35. I knew in like 2 hours or so it should be getting dark. So honey, that was rough. That was so rough. And then this fool come up to my truck with that bull, like, sir, I ain't even really getting no good sleep either. And I figured I was gonna be coming home right after that. I didn't know they was gonna give me another load going all the way, to damn near South Carolina. Which South Carolina ain't that bad. It's like 3 hours, but still, I had to already drive an hour and a half there, then 3 hours up that way, and then 3 hours back. I was ready to go, and then I knew I was gonna stop and just kind of let the traffic dissipate. I was just like, I don't know, I feel like sitting in that 85 South traffic up in Gwinnett, like. But anyway, I was like, nah, I just rather go ahead and bite the bullet. That way I can get home by noon. And honey, when I say we was sitting there, we was sitting there. Mm-hmm. We sure was. We were sitting there. But I did get it home before 1 o'clock, though. So that's all that matters. We got home before 1 o'clock. So I had all of the day. But I just came in. I kind of cleaned up my dining room and my living room area. And then I came on up here and laid down. And now I'm just chilling. And I'm about to get started on my room here in a sec. But that was my week, you guys. In story time. That was my week. That's what I did. But anyway, I'm going to try. I ain't going to make no promises. But I'm going to try to go ahead and upload, or not upload. I'm trying to upload another video before Saturday. That means I have to have it done by the day. And that ain't going to happen. But before I head out for the week on Sunday, I'm going to try to upload the video from, all the stuff that happened throughout the week. And so that will be up on there. And then, I got it, I did my little hair. Because, of course, I got my hair braided. It already started rough. Honey, the week already started off rough. Because let me tell you. I didn't get done getting my hair braided until 1 o'clock in the morning. And I had to get up and be in that truck by 6. So, yeah. The week didn't start good. So, honey, as soon as she was done, I just wrapped it, put me a little bonnet on or a scarf. And hopped in my bed and went to sleep. So I didn't even get a chance to dip it or nothing. So Sunday when I finally got parked, I went ahead and pulled out my what's his name, and curled it. But of course y'all will see that on the video. So guys, until next time, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll have another chat.